So this is how you could have greater than stock market growth potential using other people's money. The stock market's up 10%, but your available value went up by 20%. Okay. So I did chart the power of leverage. A different scenario here. I just said if you have a starting balance of $1 million and the S&P 500 annual return in the first year was up 12%, down 12%, and then in the third year it was up 15%. What would that look like? Okay. So at the end of the 3 years, the stock market value after it goes up the first year, down the second year, and up the third year would be about 1.33 million. But if you were doing the same exact thing with indexing value with leverage, that first year with the leverage, you'd have an effective increase of 20% to 1.2 million. In the negative year, you would not have any stock market losses, but our available value would go down a little bit due to the cost of the loan. And then in the third year, another increase of 20% effectively, and you would end up with 1.13 million. So in this scenario, okay, the average return for the S&P 500 is 5%. So if you're up 12, down 12, and then plus 15, your average return is 5%, okay? But the account balance only gained 4.26%. So you gained $133,000. So when somebody says to you that the average return of the S&P 500 is 8%, well, they're talking about from January 1st to December 31st, it went up by 9%, right? So the average return really is not the correct number we should be looking at. We should be looking at the actual return, which would have been 4.26%, okay? Conversely, if you had the indexed account, the index account value using other people's money, the insurance company's money, you would have increased by $314,000 or an effective rate of about 9.55%. So the average S&P 500 return at 5, the actual value using other people's money is almost double in that scenario. Actually, it is more than double in that scenario. Okay. So over time, using leverage can help you accumulate hundreds of thousands of dollars of compound interest, which generates thousands of dollars of tax-free passive spendable income in retirement.